All right, remember, don't let the poems panic you. We just need to get a main purpose, so let's try to keep it as simple as possible, and it's probably going to be fine. So let's take a look at the poem first. Go forth, my son, winged by my heart's desire. Great reaches yet unknown await. For your possession I may not... Oh, wow, await for your possession. I may not, if I would, retrace the way with you. My pilgrimage is through, but life is calling you. So notice how it's hard to read because it's a poem, but you should at least be able to pick up on a couple things, right? Heart's desire, great reaches, that's definitely positive. Maybe at the end it's a little sad. My pilgrimage is through. So that maybe is a little sad, but life is calling you. Again, that sounds good. So this seems like a very positive kind of idea that we're getting across here. So let's take a look at choice A. To express hope that a child will have the same accomplishments as his parents did. Well, okay, that seems right. I mean, hope is definitely positive. Is it about a child? Yeah, it says son, the beginning, so okay. And parent, I guess, is son being literal here? Is it just kind of son, like a way to talk about someone who's younger than you? I mean, I guess it's implied that it's a parent, so that's fine. I'm a little bothered by this word same. That's very specific, right? It's saying, you know, go out, have your life, but to say, I want you to have the same life as me, that's a different thing. So maybe that's there, but you know, it's a word that just jumps out to me because of my experience with the SAT. I don't like words that kind of quantify things. And when you say two things are equal, you have to mean it, right? Like it's not, same means same here. So this parent wants the same exact life for their child. That's what it says here. We're not allowed to kind of like just dismiss it and be like, oh, well, they really just mean similar. No, it says same. We got to be careful of that. So I don't know. This might be the right answer, but that word really bothers me. So let's look at B. To suggest that raising a child involves many struggles. Well, no, definitely that's wrong, right? Many struggles is clearly negative. We said this is a positive poem. So yeah, definitely wrong. C, to warn a child that he will face many challenges throughout his life. Well, no, again, warn is negative. Challenges is negative. So again, it's just the wrong tones. This is why these poetry questions aren't so bad. If you just think about positives and negatives, you're probably going to at least get half the questions right just by cross-elimination. D, to encourage a child to embrace the experiences life will offer. Well, okay, encourage is definitely positive. So we got 2 positives and 2 negatives. To encourage a child to embrace the experiences life will offer. Okay, well, it says great reaches. Maybe those are experiences. You know, go forth is maybe like encouragement and, you know, embrace this. Life is calling. Yeah, now this is tricky. I would definitely be between A and D. And they're very similar, but just based on my knowledge of how the SAT works, A is too strong. It's that word same is really bothering me. And, you know, obviously you can't spend forever kind of going through this poem, and I would probably circle or mark it for review. So that I know to go back to it if I have extra time. But if I'm picking something now just for the sake of moving on, it's got to be D. It's the weaker choice. It definitely doesn't have this problem where it's same. It also seems like the main character is more aligned with the poem if we think about choice D. So whenever you have 2 choices that seem really similar, really try to think, okay, there's got to be differences. What could they be? So the same thing is definitely one of them, but another is who is the focus of the choice, right? So in A, to express hope that a child will have the same accomplishments as the parents did. So that kind of sounds like it's about the parents a little bit, right? The parents' accomplishments, it's hope that like the parents are having the hope. So that sounds like the parent. Whereas D, encourage a child to embrace this experiences life will offer, you know, him. So it's about the child. And maybe this seems minor to you, but that's kind of the point, is when we have 2 choices that are really similar, there is gonna be some sort of minor difference between them, and your job is to kind of figure out what that is. So I've got a couple of things going against choice A. I would definitely pick choice D here. I would definitely come back if I have extra time, but luckily choice D is the answer. So we are correct, and this just goes to show how valuable these kind of strategies are for looking at your answer choices and thinking about the ways that the SAT tends to build their wrong answers. Strong words, words that quantify things, those are words that are gonna pop out to me no matter what the poem or passage is saying. So it may be that it's okay, but you got to prove it. And right here, this poem is not saying I want you to live the exact same life that I did. So that's a big claim we just don't have support for, which is why choice A is wrong.